If your last thought before going to bed is tomorrow's work schedule, then you might have a problem. I knew it was the worst thing to do before bed, but I couldn't help it. This had become a bad habit that I couldn't seem to break. One night, about 15 years ago, I drifted off to sleep with thoughts of the office chaos. A jammed schedule, three crazy busy nurses, deadlines that never end, and a work environment that feels like a bad video game with possible enemies at every corner. What do you think happened the next morning? At 5 o'clock, my alarm went off, just like every other day. I tried to reach for it, but I physically couldn't move. In a panic, I shouted out to my husband, I can't move. He rushed out of bed and shut off the alarm. My husband said, there's no way you're going to work today. I asked myself, what is happening to me? It took about 6 weeks to find the real answer. Ironically, what caused all of this wasn't the stress of the job. It wasn't the work that I had to do. It was all that I couldn't do, what I couldn't say. I felt choked. I was devoting my life to a certain purpose to help people, but I was working in a place that only cared about pills and medications. So I had to remain silent. I spent 14 years in a high-stress, emotionally abusive work environment at a hospital cancer center ranked as one of the best in the country. I was doing my best to serve the patients and staff, but I couldn't speak up and the things that felt wrong to me. I couldn't speak up about the things that felt wrong to me. I desperately wanted to tell the patients there are other ways you can heal this, but I swallowed my voice in order to survive. Even though I lived holistically, ate clean, went hiking, and enjoyed life as much as I could, I was still haunted by fear and past emotional trauma. On that cold January morning about 15 years ago, God stopped whispering. He shouted through my body, beloved daughter, divine child, you're meant to shine, not shrivel. I was bedridden, diagnosed with autoimmune of Hashimoto's, adrenal fatigue, and chronic pain. The doctors had no answers, only pills. So I stopped listening to the doctors. I began listening to what my body was trying to tell me. Healing only began when I truly surrendered and let God show me the way. I was challenged because I was silencing my soul. Once I began to release the trauma in my subconscious and gave my emotions permission to exist, I said yes to God's truth in me, and my healing began. Within 90 days, I was out of bed and the diagnosis was basically gone. No medications, no surgery, just God, energy, truth, and soul to cell alignment. So let me ask you, are you silencing yourself? Are you silencing your voice? Where have you been pushing through pain in the name of hustle? I found a better way to live life fully, improving your health span along the way. After all, this is about how well you live. This is about building a life for your body, mind, spirit, or in soul to cell alignment. God didn't design you to live a small life. You were made to rise, speak, and move mountains. Now is the time to be seen and go all in with your calling, with your purpose. Because the world doesn't need another burned out woman pretending to have it all figured out. The world needs you. Yes, you, as the divine, radiant, and aligned woman you truly are. This is your moment. Go all in. Thank you.